Guys, what's up? So this is another edition of the unboxing of the Experience Early Learning curriculum. So in my last video, I mentioned that I was possibly going to be upgrading Mackenzie based on, where she was at. I made the call, I upgraded her. So now we have this super cute box. Look at this box. This is the preschool box. Now, the difference between the preschool box and the toddler box, obviously the education, but also the preschool box you can order for one child as opposed to a small, medium, or large. So this one I just got one child for Mackenzie. Okay, so let's get in. So this month's theme is October, and the theme is weather and seasons. So the way the curriculum is set up is slightly different from the toddler program. So when we get in, we'll see the slight differences. So let's start with a little thank you note for your purchase and dedication to early childhood learning. That's nice. So we have a little cube. Now, it's funny that they sent this to me because I have been needing one for Mackenzie's Toddler September program. What I'll end up doing with this cube is I'll just insert pieces in here, little like cutouts, and we'll just use it to play games and roll it like that. So, yay! So this is pretty much the curriculum. We have 4 books in here. So each book, it has 5 lessons in it, Monday through Friday. So this is week 1's lesson, and we're gonna be covering weather. Week 2 is gonna be seasons. Week 3 is changes. And week 4 is storms. This is the tool bag. Inside this bag, we have the gathering list, which are items from home that you'll need to gather for each day's lesson. A little outline on the theme and each day of the week, what you'll be studying. And then of course you will have one of these weekly activity skills charts. It has all of the skills and where you can benchmark and what you're assessing the child on. So it has one for each week. Okay. We have the authentic assessment. So this, every day, you're gonna be assessing the child on one specific activity to focus on. And so this is where all of those are. So you'll have 20 assessment pieces. So for instance, on day 1, you're gonna be assessing on the Sunny Shapes activity. Now this is exactly the same for the preschool and the toddler program. They always give you this. So what you do is you scan the QR code and it'll bring up a YouTube video on what the toddler will be doing. And then you can scan the one for preschool and it'll show you what the preschooler will do. So that'll help show you how to conduct the activity. And then on the back side, of course, you can do your assessment. And so they have this for every day of the week, and it's one activity per day that you assess on. All right, so next we have is what's the weather, and these are for circle time displays that you'll be using. So for instance, you'll have your header, what's the weather? And then you'll have these pocket cards that you can use, and every day you go over with the child, what's the weather outside? And then it has the Monday through Friday here. It includes Saturday and Sunday as well. So you can do that every day. Here's the little weather pieces. So it's fall. Leaves are falling, I guess. It's stormy. That looks like cloudy. Ooh, sunny. That's the one I like. Rainy, snowy. What they're trying to do in this is show awareness of their environment. In this tense, it's actually the physical environment, but they want the child to become aware of things around them. Next, we have the core concepts. Now, this is awesome. These are the tools that I wouldn't have at home, and this is why I absolutely love this program. They have these links, which I don't have these at home. So you remember that first activity, the Sunny Shapes? You're gonna be using these, okay? They also give me these counting bears. I don't know what to do with them, but they're gonna tell me what to do with them, so it's awesome. And then of course my CD of music, which you can also access online. So here in the core concepts, we have numbers and letters that we're gonna be focusing on. So N, C, U, 3, and 4. These you can put up on your word wall. So this is like a little calendar. We'll probably write October up top, and then we will add to that each day of the week when it comes around. Again, for the word wall or for your display wall. And then just the larger things for the word wall as well. The blank ones are awesome because you can just add in, you know, whatever words you want to put in. So these are the topics that we focus on for this month. So as I mentioned, NCU 3, 4, and the color brown. Okay, and then the shape rectangle. And then you can use this as little headers for the wall, wherever you're going to be putting up these displays. And you can rotate them throughout the month. So now we get into the lesson plans. So it's actually a little different because each day has its own package. So day 1, lesson 1 is going to be sun. Lesson 2 is going to be wind. So each day has its own bag instead of the other curriculum where the weeks were all in one bag. Everything that you see in this bag is what you're going to be using for day 1, and it will correspond to the outline and the lesson plan that is in your teacher's guide right here. All right, so I briefly went through the lesson plan for just day 1, and I want to just kind of explain how this works. So in your book here, you have all of these great introductory items, okay? So it's gonna kind of show you how to go through the curriculum. Lesson 1, we're gonna go through sun. Sun is the theme, right? So what happens is you're given a art activity, which will be this. You're gonna make a sun and a moon with this and some paint, okay? The paint is not provided. That's on your gathering list. You're gonna be using these links with this activity. So they'll have to take the links, and it's almost like the tangrams that they have for kids, similar. Well, what is this cube for? So they give us this. Now each cutout we're gonna put on one side of the cube, and they're gonna use this to roll the cube. Whatever cutout is on there is the color of the link that they have to select and then place it on their little play mat. We're gonna go over names as well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna write their name on one of these cards, and we're gonna ask them to count how many letters in their name, and then depending on their level and where they're at, we're gonna ask them to write their name on their own if they can, or trace the letters of their name if they can. It gives you these variations, which is great. The other thing that I do want to mention is that you do have STEAM activities for the preschool curriculum. The STEAM activities are the same for the preschool curriculum as it is for the toddler curriculum. So in the member resources is where you're going to find all your STEAM activities and any additional informations that they don't actually provide you here with. Sometimes it's like the music, because let's face it, I don't own a DVD player, or what is this? It's a CD, it's not even a DVD, I don't even know. I don't own one of them, so I actually just play all the music online. And so I've printed out all of the STEAM activities. So we'll see here that in the STEAM activity for Monday, which would be lesson 1, and again, this is an option. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. It depends on how much time you have dedicated for your learning with your child or your children. This one, for instance, is how can we make shade? Remember, we're talking about the sun. So I'll normally put this up on the wall along with the corresponding pictures, and then I'll explain to Mackenzie what shade is and what it does and how it works, and then we will try to make shade. So probably popsicle sticks, maybe create some sort of an umbrella. They have a tool here. It'll say what it is. So it'll say teacher's tips. Explore creating shade by building with blocks and making shade structures with fabric and cardboard. Put figurines under the shade. Or if it's a sunny day, you can actually go outside and create some sort of canopy shade, which would really show how shade works, right? These sort of things, thinking outside of the box, that really adds extras to the learning experience for you and the child. It also has a story corner. So in the preschool curriculum, they do not send you books because these are actually published books that they want you to read. Unfortunately, my library has like none of these books, so I'm gonna have to probably do an audiobook, which Mackenzie doesn't mind. We can do audiobooks, or I'll try and find a book that's similar to whatever we're trying to learn for the day. So this book is What Will the Weather Be Like Today by Paul Rogers. I checked my local library. It's not available, so I'll just have to make do. But these books are not sent to you like it is in the toddler curriculum. Boo-hoo. This preschool curriculum, I find, is going to be slightly more intense because each day has its bag with its items that you have to follow. Definitely, I'm gonna need the day before to prep just what I'm doing. I mean, the toddler program was great. I could just kind of wing it in the morning, but this I definitely need to prep because there are so many more key elements that I need to focus on. What I do like is that for each activity you do, there is a corresponding evaluation that you can kind of focus on and look at. So I will be trying to do that with Mackenzie more often. We changed to the preschool program because I really want to challenge Mackenzie. You know, she's kind of in the 50-50 mode of like toddler and preschool. And I think just giving her that additional challenge will help her stay engaged with some of the activities because she does teeter off a little bit throughout the day based on the level of activity. This is definitely going to challenge both me and Mackenzie. I'm super excited about going into this, knowing what the toddler program had, knowing a little bit more about the preschool program and how I can make it work for Mackenzie. So this is super exciting. Wish me luck again. And I will make sure to give you guys another update to see kind of how the week or the month went, because there's lots to do here. All right, so I did talk about the member resources as well, which I'm like on all the time because it has more information, which I know you're right. Like after looking at this, do you really want more information? But it's awesome because it has like the STEAM activities, it has additional stuff for the word wall and, you know, for the monthly theme. And it just has a little few extras that you may not have to create yourself and you may want. You don't need to do them at all, but I do. And I print them off and I actually laminate them as well. So you know what, I'm gonna create a video for you to show you, you know, what's in the member resources and how you can use that to your advantage as well. Thanks again, it's your girl Live for Life. Thanks for joining us today. This is our preschool edition of Experience Learning Unboxing. Thanks again, see you soon.